Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about 50 First Dates. And this movie came out in 2004, starring Adam Sandler, and it's currently on Netflix if you want to check it out. And I was always kind of curious about this movie. I didn't hear great things about it, but I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not? And I didn't regret watching the movie as a whole. There were some parts of it that I did like, believe it or not. There were parts of it that were genuinely funny to me. And I liked the penguin, mostly because I like penguins. There were some moments where I did enjoy myself, whether it be with the humor or the romance. And the opening scene of the movie was kind of funny. And there's some fun things about this movie. And overall, it's harmless. It's not offensive to me. But overall, when it came to the filmmaking of this movie, there wasn't anything that really stood out as exceptional or fine, really. It was all just stationary and just what you'd expect, basically. Like, all the shots are just like, there's not one memorable shot or visual in this movie. It's all very basic and it's kind of boring to look at. And it's basically one of those movies where it's just relying on the comedy to be really funny. And the movie also has a very basic structure, no surprises really, and you know exactly what's going to happen for, at the very least, most of the movie. And there's just not really much to it. It's mostly just, yeah, that was decent at points, maybe. But overall, I just didn't really gel with this movie. I didn't really connect with any of the characters. And although I did say that there were some parts where the humor worked for me, most of the movie it didn't really work for me. And I didn't really care for the romance as a whole. There were a couple of moments of it where I did enjoy it, but most of it I just found it to be kind of cringeworthy, and I just didn't really understand what these characters really liked about each other. And there was some really cheesy, forced drama in this movie that could have been cut out entirely. And I didn't really like the music choices in this movie. I just found it to be kind of distracting or inappropriate at any given moment. And going into this movie, just knowing the main premise of this movie is just a romance movie, a romantic comedy, where the girl forgets everything the next day every time she goes to sleep. And from that, I thought it was going to be something more along the lines of Memento, where the guy just forgets every 5 minutes. But in this movie, it kind of felt a little odd. Not saying that it was odd in the sense that they chose to be, they forget every day, like every 24 hours once the character falls asleep, they forget everything. But sometimes when she's having, like, in theory, the same day over and over and over again, sometimes it feels as though the character is completely different from day to day, and she's one way and then another way, and I don't know, maybe it's a particular mood that the character's in, I don't know. And also, the character is basically just living a lie this whole time. And for some reason, the dad and brother characters of the main girl are in on it. And I often question, like, do you guys have jobs? Or, like, what's going on here? How is she living the same life over and over? Does she do anything? I don't think so. It was just kind of weird and just didn't make any sense to me, but it's a bit more forgivable in comedy because things don't have to make sense, but sure, I can forgive it, even if the movie is a bit more seriously toned in a couple senses. And that's about all I have to say about 50 First Dates. There were some things about it that I did like. There are a couple of moments that were memorable to me. But all in all, as a whole, this movie just didn't really offer much for me, and I'm never going to watch this movie again, except for maybe a couple moments, but that's about it. So skip this movie if you ever come across it. That would be my recommendation. It's not really worth watching, and I have nothing else to say about it. So with all that being said, I'm going to give 50 First Dates a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of 50 First Dates, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Scanners. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.